Right now, we're going to talk about the Purge election year, which Ryan, you've not seen, but you have seen the first one.
I have seen the first two.
You've kind of seen them all then, I guess.
Yeah.
Because that's the whole theme of them, basically. So the new one, Purge election year, for those who aren't familiar with the concept of the Purge, it's the idea that in America they decided that all crime would be legal for 12 hours, one night a year, for people to purge the crime out of their system, and it keeps crime rates low because nobody wants to do it during the normal time because there's no point because you get to do it during the Purge. All crime, including murder, is legal. Get that? Including murder. Just include. Make sure you include murder. Can't forget about murder. Can't forget about the murder. So the new one is it's a politician. She is running for the presidency of the United States, and she wants the Purge gone because she was involved in the Purge a few years ago. She was the only member of her family to survive when her house got taken over by purging people, and she wants rid of it, and a lot of people also want rid of it, so she's got quite a big campaign behind her. Obviously opposing her those who want the Purge to stay being a thing, and they are prepared to do whatever it takes to take her down and make sure the Purge is still a thing because of corporate stuff, because of old people, political things. So Ryan, you've seen the first one. I've not seen the first one. I have seen the second one though.
Yeah.
I didn't really be bothered.
The first one's essentially just a home invasion movie.
Yes.
That's quite literally it.
Yep.
First 15 to 20 minutes are great. Like, you get into the world set up and it's very dark and foreboding, and you get the atmosphere spot on, everyone's great, and then it turns into a home invasion movie. That's it, and a bad one at that.
The second one, it goes out on the streets, which is kind of what people really wanted. Like, people were like, the home invasion thing didn't work. Let's, put them actually out on Purge night, and it was boring. And it was, it was
the only part of that I liked was like Frank Grillo and maybe the ending. That's about it.
Joe, have you seen them?
I've basically seen the first one. Might as well have.
Yeah.
And when the idea was, it happened, I was like, oh man, yeah, on the streets, that'd be class.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, home invasion. Okay. And then literally the second one came along, and I just kind of lost interest. I've seen the second one, but it's
Do you know what the biggest thing with the second one that I've noticed just quickly? The fact that they say like that all the gangs are going to be on the streets, and I was expecting like a Warriors thing, and then you see like three groups.
Yeah.
And one of them's the government.
It just obviously what's his name, Frank
Grillo.
Yeah, I followed his character and stuff like that, but it was just like
I
don't want to see that. I want to see a Warriors style crazy thing, man. I don't.
So,
that's what I was expecting, but
yeah.
Oh well.
With the Purge election year, it does the exact same things as the first ones. It incorporates some political material, but in a really uninteresting way. It buries it beneath so much splatter and violence that you just don't care. James DeMonaco, to be fair, he's done the entire series. Like, normally these kind of things are passed around from director to director, from pillar to post, from writer to writer. He has had control of this series, or has he? Because this started as an art house idea, that you wanted this concept, which is it's a good idea, it's a fine idea, which is now been totally ruined, let's face it. He wanted this to be an art house thing, which would be sort of think piece cinema. And of course, it's now massive Hollywood studio stuff, and it's just bland. But they don't want it to be bland. Obviously, they try as hard as possible to make it look kooky and fun and zany and violent and hyper violent and ultra violent, and it's just boring. Like, the concept's fine, but it's just lost. I think the crucial fact is, did I mention that all crime, including murder?
Including murder.
Yes,
that's including murder.
That's everything. All the other crime. And murder. But isn't that also a crime? I don't know. I make that point because it's kind of the only crime that is in the goddamn film, including murder. It's just like all crime excluding everything else. And this is going to sound odd, but I kind of want a film which explores the different crimes, such as the things that, like, the sort of taboo subjects. I think that's a far more interesting use of the Purge than just being like, let's kill each other.
Would it kill to have like a scene with Steve nicking an Xbox from GameSpot or something?
Yeah.
You
just know somebody's going to steal like a yogurt or something.
Whoa.
No, you can just guarantee somebody's going to steal like a loaf of bread and like
there's murder, then there's that money.
You monster. Let's turn it into something where you meet different people who've got different reasons for the Purge, not just to kill people though. People who want to have sex with dogs or something. I don't know. It sounds daft.
That's really extreme.
But it would make a more interesting film than the Purge because it's just violence and violence and violence and murder and violence and violence and Frank Grillo, but he's violent as well. It's just too centrally focused on murder and violence to be anywhere near as interesting as it thinks it is. It's just standard popcorn fare when it could have been something really interesting that explored deeper social issues. I'll say that it is darkly funny. There's got a satirical bone to
there's
it.
quite a lot of satire.
Well, there has to be, isn't there? Otherwise, it literally is just people murdering each other for the crack on one night of the year. It doesn't make you think that much anymore. I think the first one kind of might have done. It's kind of like, oh, what would you do on Purge night?
Would you really make you think?
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, the first 20 minutes it did. Then it's just oh, is this family going to survive?
The idea makes you think. The actual film is just brain mush. Frank Grillo is fine. He's badass and he's cool. He goes around killing people. But as we've established, it doesn't mean anything. It's just nonsense. Which is a shame because you've just wasted a great idea. And I think as an art house thing it could work, but it's too late now because the idea has been done that you can't go and make a film about the things that I think they should make them about. Not because I want to see them, just because I think it'll make more interesting cinema than just people killing each other with masks on. It's not the Warriors. It wants to be, but it's not. It wants to be something interesting. It's just not. There's far more politically leaning films that do this in a much better way. It's just a shame that this one doesn't. The Purge election year.
I think there's likely to be another one.
Yep, because there's money involved. Because it's a studio thing, people are going to go see it. People who like the Purge films, who knows why? Maybe because they don't realise it. Maybe for some people it's cool to see people kill each other. But really, what it's going for just totally catastrophically fails.
Fair enough.
So don't see it. Or do what you want. I don't really care. Just do what you like. I'm not angry.
So all crime, including murder, is legal.
All crime. So that's like you can steal things if you want, but you don't really need to because murder's legal as well, including murder. Anyway, that's the Purge election year. We're gonna go.